Hey guys, Thomas the Jr. here, aka Mustached. I'm here to review Gotham Season 2 Rise of Villains. So, overall, I didn't get to do a seasonal review for Gotham Season 1, so I'll just do a quick uh, synopsis review, or whatever you want to call it, for what I thought of Season 1. So, Gotham being a show that focuses on Jim Gordon, definitely for its first season had its rough patch of trying to once again retell the story of how Bruce's parents get shot and going through the motions of doing that, and it definitely had issues of finding its place with me, but I felt that the second half of the first season really picked up and really started to find its mark as a good show. So season 2 comes along and it goes from a good show to me to being a great show, as I believe season 2 has uh, really stepped up in every possible way imaginable, really honing in on building up these characters, really letting these villains carry their own identities within, creating this own universe within the show. It really is interesting. The characters that they are highlighted, Penguin, uh, you have the Riddler, of course. You have these villains building up, and you have returning villains as well, but I'll get to that relatively soon. Uh, what the show does, interestingly enough, is even for a show that is, supposed to be Bruce's backstory, sort of, it really is Jim Gordon's story. Uh, I mean, ever since the beginning, but it's a duality between the two characters. Two characters that share very similar traits, and you can see a lot of who Jim Gordon is, and you can see Bruce really idolizing, and you can sort of see where that mentality would come from of being the good guy. The Batman that serves justice but is still seen as a vigilante. A lot of that is seen here and done really, really well through Jim Gordon again. And the characters that they bring back, Barbara reawakening from her long coma. We have the return of Fish Mooney, who was killed off and returns here as well as the sort of reanimated corpse. We have uh, Galavan of also coming back for a very brief moment, but he was there as another character as Azrael. I hope I pronounced that right, but we have moments with Selena and her friend, who's now Firefly. So the villains are building up more and more and more. We have Mr. Freeze there present. We have a few villains I'm not recognizing, which I actually really appreciate that. Not seeing these villains closer to the end, especially in that season finale, that I didn't quite recognize. There's like this chameleon type villain. I didn't know that Batman had a chameleon type villain. Um, so that was interesting. Uh, there were a lot of leeways within the season finale, I felt, but for what it was interesting. Because now we do have these sort of villains just sort of running rampant, and one of them is like a clone of Bruce. I don't know where they're going with that, but it could pose some theories, but I don't know. Not quite yet. It's still relatively too soon to say where they're gonna go with that, but it should be interesting to say the very least. Especially with how strong season 2 has been overall. Uh, the camaraderie between the villains is always fascinating to see. We get to see Fish Mooney see the penguin again, and just that reaction of the penguin being what it was, pretty top notch stuff right there. You know, things of that nature. The chameleon type guy faking as Gordon, and then having Barbara noticing the little strange quirks and finally realizing that's not the real him, and them going to this that facility, the asylum, and the villains escaping from that. Uh, I felt that the bomb thing was a bit of a convenience, like, oh, put water on it, but then the lady that was saying that was actually just requesting water. Like, I don't know. It was a bit. I guess it was supposed to be played for both comedy and like tension within that scene of, oh, there's 1 second left, but we got it. So yeah, we didn't die. So that's good. Um, what else? Uh, Now I didn't see. Unfortunately, I didn't see every single second of the episode, so I kind of missed out on how Bruce and Fox got out of the Riddler's trap, the poisonous trap. I'm not sure what happened there. I kind of missed those few moments, so if anyone could tell me how they got out of that situation, much appreciated. Because that was really confusing how they just sort of set that up. It was really weird to see how Doctor Strange survived in this episode. I mean, he got burned and frozen, um, and he just sort of got back up. So I don't know. Um, yeah. Anyways, other than that, other than the few issues I had with the season finale, I overall enjoyed it. I overall enjoyed the entire season much more than the first one. I feel like they really set a high bar for a returning season, definitely. Um, the rise of the villains. I think that title really encaptures what has been going on this season. Um, so yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. It was really, really good. And if I were to give it a score, I would give it an 8 out of 10. I really, really liked it. It really, really picked up. I'm saying really, really a lot, but whatever. It's fine. Uh, it really picked up on what season one had to offer, which again had rocky beginnings, I felt, and I felt like this really kicked up, really just went in there, really focused on the villains, uh, between this connection between Bruce and um, Gordon. So yeah, I can't wait for season three. It's gonna be a wait, but I really am digging this show. I really, really am. Can't wait to see some comments about how certain things played out in this episode from what I missed. But, things are things, and that's that. So, with that being said, I'm Thomas Sasula Jr., aka Mustache Charm, and I'll see you guys next time.